Hi, this is Tim from UK Home Gym, your home for UK specific independent home gym tips and advice. And today I'm going to talk to you about gloves. The winter is sort of officially upon us, or I don't know, I like to think that it's officially upon us when we get into December. And, here in the UK, the weather, the temperatures do start to sort of drop around this time of the year. And this sort of question starts to come about every year, particularly for home gym owners. What do you do? How do you continue to work out when it gets cold outside? Well, you may have some sort of heating solution in your home gym. Personally, I don't. I just have, because I have like a garage, I don't have it insulated. I have like a garage door there and whatever. I don't have a heater in there. I just have to sort of bundle up and just get on with it, basically. But if you're like me and you have a home gym with lots of sort of metal in there, you're going to find that it is actually quite cold to the touch to be, constantly loading plates, cast iron plates onto, stainless steel bars and chrome bars and stuff like that. And it can sort of, make your fingers feel quite numb. And there's always this sort of question of, should you wear gloves in the home gym? And I think that basically this sort of question is the answer to this question. If you ask online or if you have a look around online, I don't think they're very satisfactory. So I think I need to address this. Wearing gloves, it's not a machismo thing. You don't get extra points for wearing gloves or not wearing gloves in the home gym because there's no one to see you there but than you most of the time, unless you're working out with someone else. But I do think that gloves do play a part in the home gym. However, I do understand the misgivings of some of the people who say that you shouldn't wear them. So this is my rule of thumb when it comes to gloves in the home gym. I do wear them, but I don't wear them for like lifting, if that makes any sense. So when I wear them is when I'm setting things up, okay? So if I need to put plates onto a bar, put them on then. If I need to move a bar around, put them on then, that's fine. When I'm actually doing the lift, I do feel like it interrupts the grip a little bit, and it's not very pleasant on the grip. And I feel like that you're losing control a little bit with a lot of those. There are some lifts where it doesn't really make too much difference. Maybe an overhead press, if you're wearing gloves, it may not be too much of an issue. Maybe the bench press, but particularly like a deadlift or something like that, I would not be wearing gloves for that because I do feel like the grip is so important there. Even with the squat where you're not fully gripping it, I do feel like you just want every single ounce of control that you can possibly have on there. So these compound lifts, yeah, I think so too. Even with something like a curl or something like that, I do feel like that you're better off, having full control of your grip. You don't want anything sort of slipping at all. So, as I say, set everything up with the gloves. Do all your pottering around and everything like that with the gloves. And when it's time for the lift itself, then take them off. That's the simple answer to that question. Now, you may have a follow-up question. What kind of gloves are best? So you've got these ones which I find often quite popular in the commercial gym space. A lot of people seem to have these for some reason, and they're sort of fingerless gloves. I like these ones because they do have like a little sort of wrist wrap type thing that goes on at the bottom. I think that's quite good to have the sort of extra bit of support. But I don't use these very much because that it really doesn't provide much warmth. Though they do have a bit of reinforcement in the base of them. Whatever. Now I prefer these guys. These are full finger gloves. They don't, they're actually probably for something like cycling or something like that. I like these because I find them very good for resistance band work or anything with an attachment that is like a sort of plasticky attachment. If you have anything like a resistance band with a sort of handle type thing, I think they're very good to stop any sort of chafing going on with those. But yeah, they do. I mean, if you get these things, they do get worn very quickly. You see some holes and stuff like that in some of the older ones that I have. So, you know, best to get these fairly cheap if you can, and then replace them when holes start appearing. But if you want a super cheap budget alternative, you can just use a pair of garden gloves. And I feel these are actually really good for the home gym because they tend to have this sort of rubber reinforced part here, and then you've got like a sort of cotton or whatever that is back part here. They've got this elasticated bit at the bottom there, and I find they're really good for, you know, for just general sort of setting stuff up in the home gym, and they're possibly even cheaper than these kind of things, even though these are not particularly expensive either. So yeah, there you go. That's the answer to the riddle of whether you should wear gloves in the home gym. Yep, I do think that you should wear them in winter if your hands are getting numb from walking around with freezing cold weight plates in your hands. You know, that's going to help cause chilblains and stuff like that, and that's not too much fun. It'll stop you training as well as you want to. So yeah, I don't think that you need to sort of tough through it, but I do think that when it's time to do the big lift, take them off so that they're not getting in your way. Anyway, I wonder what your thoughts are. You may have very different thoughts on the matter. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so please let me know in the comments below what you think. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please do check out our website. That's ukhomegym.com, and I'll see you next time on UK Home Gym.